Hello, this is Dr. Bob and Debbie DeMaria. Welcome once again to our half-hour of health program, and this is going to be a life-changing segment in your life. Say, why is that, Dr. Bob? What could be so life-changing? Well, we have been so blessed to have written 7 books that have impacted people around the world. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is near and dear to my heart. I'm going to talk about my wife, Debbie. You say, you are? I am. We also wrote a book on sex and romance. We're not talking about that book tonight, but I want to talk about what I've learned over time being married to Debbie. But it's not just being married to Debbie. It's about human hormones. And we have learned so much, haven't we, Deb?
Well, we really have. And you know what? It's not just because of me, which I accredit a lot to what you have learned just because of questions I start asking or questions I bring home to you because of somebody I heard or even our patients of what we have seen. But we tend to see where as you age, and really it's not even as much aging anymore because we see these things happening in young 21, 22-year-old women and men are having issues, and it's hormonal issues. And there's a lot of different reasons. So we're excited to bring some of this information to your home tonight.
Well, it's kind of interesting, Deb, because, you know, you started having your challenges when you were about 30 years old. And we won't get into the details of that just yet, but it was hormonally based. Here's my concern for all of you watching right now. Now, I never thought I would be talking about this. You know, I've been involved in natural health care, and my whole schooling process started way back in 1974. And I never thought that I'd be having to tell people, don't drink the water. And you say, what do you mean, don't drink the water? I hear if you go to a third world country, you don't drink the water. But what are you saying, Dr. Bob? Well, in America today, our water is very toxic from all of the drainage from soil, herbicides and pesticides, and I know this is going to sound a little bit disgusting maybe to some of you, but even animals, they put so many chemicals in animals today, and then those animals, they urinate and it goes into the ground table, etc. Well, over time, that has actually permeated to our water table. And see, the whole drug industry really started to take off in like the 1960s. You know, up to that point, they had a few antibiotics, but today, the whole goal, I think, of conventional medicine is that they want everybody, they could put Lipitor in water, they want everybody to take that. Somewhere along the line, we become disconnected. So you might not realize it, but all these medications that all these people are putting in their body, and what happens, and what do they tell you if you have too many medications, what have you been told to do with them? Flush them down the toilet. You're urinating the residue from all the chemicals. Very powerful chemicals, by the way. Extremely synthetic, very powerful chemicals are in our water table today. So what's happening is we're having young boys that are 3, 4, and 5 years old have swollen prostate glands. We have young girls who are 8, 9, or 10 have secondary sexual characteristics and very ferocious sexual appetites. We have boys that are very feminine, where they shouldn't be feminine, they should be more masculine characteristics. Part of that's from all the estrogens in the water that we're drinking. Here's another issue, and I'm not here to create controversy, I'm here to just lay out some facts. Boys should not eat soy. Girls should not eat soy. Men should not eat soy. I don't believe anybody should eat soy. Now that is really contrary to popular carbon theory and water tables and all that. Soy has absolutely no nutritional value. Whoo, Dr. Bob, what did you say? They heat soy to such high temperatures, all the good part of it is cooked away. See, soy assumes the taste of whatever you put on it. They put a lot of chemicals on soy products. Now, if you're using soy right now and you feel healthy, just keep on going. But you know, I've read so many books. One of the books that I read was called Why Am I Always Tired? By Ann Louise Gittleman. And in her book, she talks about being a vegetarian. And this is not a slam on being a vegetarian. I'm just trying to help you think a little bit different. But soy puts too much estrogen in the body. Hello, do you hear what I just said? We're drinking too much estrogen. We're eating too much estrogen. Now, that might not have been the case 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when we even actually consumed soy. But we've learned over time, soy depletes the body of zinc. Soy actually will alter an enzyme in your body called trypsin, which is an enzyme which they used to treat cancer with. So when it comes to human hormones, I don't really believe that any of you should be consuming soy. If you're a woman, a female right now, and we're talking about female hormones at this moment, and you have tender breast with your menstrual cycle and a heavy menstrual flow, that's a body signal to me that there's an organ in your body called the liver. This happens to be an oil filter. The oil filter goes right here in your body. It's on the right part, right below your breast. The liver is your oil filter. The oil filter is your liver. When this liver is compromised or congested, it cannot process estrogen. If it cannot process estrogen, the estrogen will cause your breasts to become swollen and tender with your menstrual cycle and a heavy menstrual flow. Here's the point. Watch me right now. Two things will happen. You'll go to your family doctor who will send you to your OBGYN, and I'm not an OBGYN. I am a drugless doctor. I practice clinically as a chiropractor. But I know they're going to tell you either to have a hysterectomy or to have ablation. Ablation is when they cauterize the inside of your uterus. That's not normal. That's not what God intended your uterus to be. You say, well, Dr. Bob, what are you saying to me? I've had women who have had ablation to the inside of their uterus. Now think about what I'm saying to you. You're having a heavy menstrual cycle for a reason. The reason is too much estrogen and a compromised liver. They cauterize the inside of your uterus so you won't bleed internally. But I've had patients tell me that their uterus bled in their pelvis then. So Dr. Bob, what would you do? Well, first, I would really want you to make a diet journal of what you're eating. And if you're eating sugar, that's compromising liver function. If you're consuming trans fat or partially hydrogenated oils, that's compromising liver function. Are you eating pastries for breakfast? That's compromising liver function. Are you drinking soda pop? You say, Dr. Bob, that's all the food I'm eating. That's my whole point. Hippocrates said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. Our goal is to teach you that we have to cleanse, we have to decongest your liver. Do you cry easy? Do you have a fear of impending doom? Do mosquitoes like you? Do you have sore muscles? Those are signs to me, body signals to me, that your body needs B vitamins. B as in Bravo. We know that ladies who do have estrogen issues don't have enough B vitamins. I'm going to encourage you to eat Dr. Bob's ABCs. That's a half a red apple every day. Debbie and I have a half an apple every day. At least a third cup of beets. Raw, grated, organic, or baked beets are the best. I would not do pickled beets, canned beets, or bottled beets. You get a real beet. You can go to YouTube, type in my name, Dr. Bob DeMaria Beets. You can watch me making beets. We have beets every day. Carrots, 4 or 5 baby carrots, 1 medium carrot. I will guarantee you this. If you eat the apple, beets, and carrots, cut back on and eliminate those foods that I shared with you, ice cream, soda, sugar, pastries. If you cut back on those, take some B vitamins, eat the apple, beets, and carrots, and then take a liver cleansing product, whatever you choose. Milk thistle would be a very simple example. You can go to any health food store anywhere in the world and get some milk thistle and start doing that and be patient over time. Guess what's going to happen, Deb?
They're going to change. It's going to change.
It's going to change, right. And you don't have to have, listen to this, invasive procedures to your body. I have more women than you can shake a stick at that come into my office that they've had hysterectomies, then they put them on hormone replacement therapy, then they get cancer, and they come in my office with a tear in their eye, and that's one of the reasons that we've written this book, Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones to Save Your Life.
Well, Dr. Bob, you are telling it the way it is.
It is.
It's just that way. And you know what? none of us want to change. We want it easy, we want it our way, and we want it how it tastes to us. And you know, America has had comfort food now since 911 or before. I know it's always, there's an excuse for everything.
There is.
There's always that, okay, the comfort food time, the comfort food time. And you know what? I love the holidays. I love Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and any type of holiday, but we focus our meal as healthy as it is on our everyday life.
That's right.
And so it's not a change as far as from what we're doing, but some of the people have to take time to look at what's going on in their life. So Dr. Bob, you did talk about cherry hemangiomas. Can you explain that a little bit more so people really have an understanding of what they're looking for?
Well, it's kind of fascinating, Deb, because see, there are body signals. So I'm going to give you a little roadmap. There are body signals that you can look at your own body to forecast where you're headed. Debbie mentioned cherry hemangiomas. There are little red bumps commonly seen on your breast and on your abdomen. If you have them all over your body, that's serious to me. That's a body signal from my observation. I've been doing this since 1978. It's a body signal to me that your body has elevated estrogen and a compromised liver. Your liver cannot process all the estrogen, and it results in a cherry hemangioma. So here's another, and men, let me say this, men, if you have cherry hemangiomas, very, very serious, because that tells me that you have the potential to have prostate challenges. So other body signals for liver: varicose veins, spider veins, hemorrhoids. Did you have your gallbladder out? Now, I'm going to share this with you. We're going to go back to the liver once again. Your liver is the producer of bile in your body. I want you to think of bile as your dish detergent. If you take your gallbladder out, it's like taking your bottle of dish detergent away from your kitchen sink. And I have seen this happen over and over and over again. When somebody has their gallbladder out, within 5 to 7 years, they're going to have open heart surgery. Because how can you say that, Dr. Bob? It just is so amazing. The Lord has just blessed us with so much insight. Here's what happens. When I first started in practice, nobody had their gallbladder out. Today, 500,000 people have their gallbladder taken out every year in America. So when they take your gallbladder out, they put 2 little clips there. They're called titanium clips. So I started noticing more and more and more and more and more and more titanium clips come in my office. At the same time, I always see the vertebra always twisted to the left in the person's lower lumbar area. So if I have somebody comes in the office and I see these titanium clips and I know that their spine is twisted towards the left, they could have misalignment in their spine that's compressing the nerves that go to the gallbladder. At the same time, I know that they have impaired dietary function. What really is amazing to me when I see the individuals come in that have the wires on their chest where they went in and they did major open heart surgery, Deb. The gallbladder came first, and I just happened to have, just a week or two ago, a gentleman came in. I saw the titanium clips and I saw the heart wires, and he followed the program. It was the same plan. It was the same set of circumstances. He was overweight. He loved ice cream, soda, alcohol, fast food, everything. Plugged up his liver, congested his gallbladder. They take the gallbladder out. 5 years later, he's a heart invalid, taking many medications. Do I have your attention? I hope so. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Please stay tuned. Hello, this is Dr. Bob and Debbie DeMaria. Welcome once again to our half-hour health program. And I'll tell you what, Deb, we could do a 3-hour segment just on female hormones alone. Mm-hmm. So that liver is really critical. Optimal liver function, B vitamins, milk thistle, Dr. Bob's ABCs. I'm going to do some troubleshooting right now. Here's something else that I've noticed commonly. When women have high estrogen, they tend to have high copper. Women who have high estrogen, have high copper, have thick, pasty bile. You really want to eat your apple. You want to eat that half an apple every day. Just trust me. Don't eat a green apple, eat a red apple. Why not a green apple? Because it's going to alter digestion. I have a Doctor of Natural Health degree, and a part of my training was I took classes on Chinese and Indian medicine, and they discussed that. If you have freckles, that's freckles, fair complexion, red hair, are body signals to me of high copper. People who have high copper have a harder time falling asleep at nighttime. So let's say it's 9 or 10 o'clock at night and you want to go to sleep and you can't fall asleep. So, you know, we talked the first segment about soy and wheat. Wheat and soy deplete the body of zinc. So we need to get maybe some more copper, but really we need more zinc inside of your body. So I just want you to be aware of that, because I know that some of you are suffering with sleep challenges, liver gallbladder distress.
Well, Dr. Bob, how do they get more zinc in their body? What is it that they can do?
Well, one of the things that I think is really critical is avoiding wheat and soy.
Okay.
Because wheat and soy deplete your body of zinc. You know, you and I eat a lot of seeds and nuts throughout the day, and sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds are a great source of zinc. Your body's going to replenish zinc. But it's very fascinating. If you go to our website, which is druglessdoctor.com, we have several websites, or just put a search for Dr. Bob DiMaria and go to our store or go to northcoastchiro.net. We have a product called Aqueous Zinc, or Zinc Aqueous, and it's a zinc taste test. And if you don't taste the zinc, that's a body signal to me that you're deficient in zinc. You could also look at your nails. Do you see white spots on your nails? Do you have large pores on your face? Those are body signals to me of a zinc deficiency. How's your memory? Men who don't have enough zinc also have a tendency to have prostate challenges, prostate gland swelling. What I'm holding in my hand right now is a skull. Very logical, it's a head. Women tend to have menstrual headaches right before their menses flow. It's probably one of the most severe headaches that I have seen that individuals have to deal with or contend with. Commonly caused by compromised liver function, commonly caused by lack of B vitamins. If you suffer with menstrual-related headaches, you're going to really want to contact us so we can help determine and where your body needs to go. Now, I know a lot of ladies suffer with hot flashes. Do you know, Debbie, that hot flashes are one of the #1 body signals that will send a female to her doctor and put her on medication? So, and oftentimes, Debbie, today, I'm kind of chuckling. I shouldn't be chuckling about this. I'll put them on an antidepressant. So they go in with a hot flash, thinking they're going to figure out what's going on, and they give them an antidepressant. Where before they used to give them pregnant mare urine or some kind of synthetic horse pill, which it really literally was a horse pill that was one of the leading causes of cancer, by the way. You know, they've done research and they have found that by eliminating all these synthetic drugs that they were giving women, their amount of breast cancer reduced. I thought that was a pretty interesting statistic. But going back to hot flashes, there are several reasons that you can have a hot flash. And it's not a one-size-fits-all cookie cutter. I've seen lack of iodine. Lack of iodine could be a common cause of a hot flash, or hot flashes. Lack of good oil. We recommend a quality oil. We recommend Omega Nutrition. 1 tablespoon of flax oil per 100 pounds. That might be your issue. The oil works by helping hormones be made in your body. We see an awful lot of women today that have stress. I mean, hello, do you have stress? Stress is devastating. Stress impacts and impairs a gland in your body, or a pair of glands in your body called the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands make sex hormones. So that could be a part of the hot flash situation. Sometimes just eliminating stress and exercising a little bit more. So we have many reasons, but we've had so much improvement. We actually use a product, it's available on our website, called Equifem. Equifem is an herbal compound, a nutritional vitamin mineral compound that helps normalize hormonal balance inside of your body. But we know, Debbie, stress is just so devastating, isn't it? It just impacts so many people today.
It is. And it surmounts everything else.
And so let's just say that your hot flashes, we just contended with that. Your concern now is osteoporosis. So do you take Fosamax and all these other medications? I'm going to share a very frightening piece of information. Are you ready? There are bone cells. There are bone cells inside of your body called osteoclasts. Osteoclasts eat dead bone cells. Fosamax and these other medications shut those bone cells off so they don't do their job. That's how they work. That gives a woman a false sense of security that she's protected. But see, when God created our bodies, those osteoclasts have a job, and their job is to eat old, dead, and dying bone. But the osteoclast's job has been removed. And since it's been removed, what you confidently think is increased bone density is increased old, dead bone. So it's not uncommon for women who are on osteoporosis medication to have hip fractures. Frightening, isn't it? So how do we eliminate osteoporosis? You want to eat more protein. You want to be doing your flax. You want to be taking calcium. We use a product called Osteo B2, but you want to exercise. You want to get a large ball, 55-centimeter ball. Start laying on it backwards every day. You have to be active. Let me tell you a story. Let's just say that you're in a harbor and there's coral in the harbor. The coral facing the bay or the land side is always dull in color. The coral facing the ocean is always bright and vibrant. Why? Because of the stress, because of the water lapping on the coral. What happens is that that coral has to become very resilient to the pressure caused by the water lapping on it. Some of you right now are sitting on your couch or sitting in your lazy boy. After the program is over, I want you to get up. You need to start moving. Moving causes something. I'm going to give you a big word called the piezoelectric effect. The piezoelectric effect is as you're walking, electrical charges are going through your body. And whenever there are areas of stress, your body's going to send calcium into that region. So to prevent osteoporosis, you want to be active. Do you know what else you want to do? Eliminate soda pop. Soda pop has something in it called phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid decreases your body's calcium. You don't want to be doing soda pop. Here's something else. Synthroid. Women who are menopausal and are on Synthroid, Synthroid can cause osteoporosis in a menopausal woman. You see, what's happening out there today is that there are so many medications. They have a medication for everything. I am not telling anybody to go off any medication. That is not the purpose. My purpose is to educate you, to let you know that there are specific patterns that you can follow to reverse whatever is going on in your body. This is not a mystery. The information is out there. It is available to all of you anywhere in the world right now, but you need a coach, you need a plan. That's one of the reasons that we wrote Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones, which is an awesome book, and it is designed to make a difference in your life. One of the chapters in the book is, what did we learn from the Amish? You know what I learned from the Amish? Hello, they don't have electric. That means they have to do most of the work, not most of the work, they have to do the work themselves. But what I also know about the Amish, they go to bed at dusk and they wake up at dawn. They get plenty of sleep because they don't have the little electric lights all over the house that are stimulating brain function. I just read an article the other day that talked about being exposed to a lot of light before you go to bed, how it impairs sleep. Do you know one of the biggest drugs, Debbie, that I see that patients come into our office with today? It's sleep aids. People in America have a problem sleeping.
They really do. And you know what, Dr. Bob, our time is coming to the end, and it seems to go so fast sometimes. I just want to encourage you. It says Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones, but it's really human hormones. You can find everything in here. We have one chapter on male. The reason that I bring this up, this particular book, is every woman that has read this has said, it sounds like he's talking to me. It's a very personalized book, easy read, a lot of information. I know that you'll get this book and you'll be glad you did.
It's awesome, you know, and it's really as phenomenal as that book is #1 on Amazon for female hormones. This is serious stuff, and we have been blessed to make a difference worldwide. And we're right here for some of you, right in your backyard. And I know that some of you have been thinking about coming to see Dr. Bob, and you've been waiting, and you've been lingering, you've been watching testimonies. Just go to our website and just look around. Our goal, my goal, is to save your uterus, your gallbladder, your heart, some part of your body. Do you know what Debbie and I have learned? that if we can improve your health, you're going to be better to your kids. We're starting generational blessings instead of generational curses. And by getting healthy, we can help keep families together, because there's a lot of people that have divorce situations because of health situations. You know, we normally charge between $165 and $200 to come into our office for an exam and an x-ray. Because you've been watching me, I'm going to make that available to you for $25. That's a huge savings. I'm passionate about making a difference in your life. Why don't you come in? We have half-hour house in our office every week. Go to our website. We're here to make a difference in your life. I know that if you take that action step and call, you'll be glad you did.